time now for our final guest, and this year we've seen him bungee jump, jet ski, he even gave paddleboarding a go. So what's left, Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey to do? Well, try his luck for the Christmas #1 spot, of course. Here to tell us more, please welcome Sir Ed Davey.
I like
to be honest, Ed, I mean, the list of things... I mean, obviously, I've watched your election campaign, obviously, because of work, and I genuinely didn't think there was anything more that you could do that would surprise people, and now you're going to go for Christmas #1. It's incredible.
Yeah, not only that, if 10,000 people download Love Is Enough, I'm going to skydive in the new year.
Whoa.
Unbelievable. So how did you get involved in this?
Well, we wanted to make sure people see that we're just ordinary and we can have some fun.
Yeah.
And
so young carers or...
Oh, the young carers in
Or that
particular.
politicians can have some fun.
Well, the young carers is a really issue quite close to my heart because cancer hit my family. My dad died when I was 4. Then my mum got breast cancer and they went to her bones, and I looked after her as a young carer till she died when I was 15. And so being a young carer is who I am, in a way, who I was. And I think young carers generally are ignored and their voice isn't heard. And we've been trying to get it to be heard in Parliament, but we thought doing a Christmas single with them, with the Young Carers Choir, and you'll see later, it's them singing, not me, really. And they wrote the words.
But with your personal involvement and the passion that you have for young carers, what was the isolation like when you were only 9 or 10?
Yeah, I mean, you go to school as a teenager and your mates would be thinking about what's in the charts, about football or whatever. And I tried to join in, but I was thinking about my mum. And
so do you feel you missed out a lot as a child, as a teenager, because you had to go home and look after your mum?
A little bit. I mean, but I was one of the lucky ones, you know. We weren't badly off and I had a loving family. I worry about those young carers who really struggle and they've got no one to support them. I had my nana and granddad who were just amazing, and these lovely neighbours across the road, Malhopters, who made us lovely curries, you know. So we got some support. But that doesn't always happen.
No. But for something so serious, why do you think it's unheard, and why do you think that nothing's being done to help these young carers in the government?
Well, it's really good. I mean, it's wrong to say there's not nothing. There are young carers projects out there, and as you'll see, the Philharmonia has his young carers project. And in my own area in Kingston, we have a young carers project there. But they're a bit patchy, so we don't have them everywhere. And I think we need to support the schools to identify who's a young carer. Because my school didn't know that I was a young carer. And, you know, when my mum died, all they said, well, we haven't had orphans before, Davey, you know. And so they weren't sort of very sensitive. And I think to protect our young people and give them the best chance in life, schools need to identify it.
So what are you doing then? I mean, you've given all the reasons why they should have support. What are you actively doing?
Well, 2 things. I think the Christmas single is about raising awareness. And that's so important. And people can go to Carers Trust's website. It's a charity we're raising money for, Carers Trust and Philharmonia. You go to the Carers Trust website, put in your postcode if you're a young carer or you know a young carer, and you can find whether there's a young carers project near you, because lots of young carers don't know there's a project near them. So that's the thing we are doing now, as well as raising money. But I think the government needs to look across the piece of where there aren't these carers projects and get schools to reach out, because I think schools don't realise there's lots of their students who may well be caring for a loved one at home.
Well, I mean, you are lending your voice to the choir in order to be able to raise awareness. And although you've said that you don't sing that much on the single, your dulcet tones are the reason why you're on the single, because someone sent you a video of you singing when you were younger, singing In the Bleak Midwinter, and it's just so happens... No, I'm joking, we don't have to do I wanted it to be my Christmas present to you all, but it's got lost in the post. You know, you're not alien to singing. You like a bit of a sing-song, don't you?
Yeah, I did sing in my church choir, and there's an audio file somewhere of me singing In the Bleak Midwinter, and that sort of triggered the thought. So we've been thinking about young carers and working with MPs from other parties to how we can help young carers. You know, then when we heard this single, my team heard it and said, well, that's quite different. And we put the two together, singing Young Carers, and I'd met the Young Carers Choir and the Philharmonia, and we just thought, let's see if we can do something with them. Originally, we were going to do In the Bleak Midwinter, but then we found out they'd written this song. The Young Carers wrote the song that you're going to hear,
Right.
Love Is Enough.
Yeah.
And it's for them that I want us to get to #1.
Yeah.
So please download it.
Gosh, you've only got a week.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
but the point of raising awareness is the key thing, and
Yeah.
the young people are inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a bit of some of their stories, and
And I'm sure having someone like you who can empathise with what it is that they deal with every day will mean so much to them. Now, earlier on, we were... Just one political question before you change into your Christmas jumper. Regarding Prince Andrew and the alleged Chinese spy, do you think that he should step back from Christmas?
well, I think it's a
During the Christmas
matter.
service?
I think it's a matter for the palace, really. I'm not going to intrude on their decision, but I do think this is a really important issue. I think national security is critical. I mean, the Chinese government is spying on not just the royal family, but politicians. In fact, lots of members of the public. The internet's a scary place. People get scammed.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure we're protecting not just people in high-profile jobs, but everybody.
Exactly.
It's a serious issue.
But it's essentially down to the palace. But look, go change into your Christmas jumper before your performance. For now, singing is out with their charity single, Love Is Enough. It's Ed Davey and the Bath Philharmonia Young Carers Choir.
When we're brought into this world, we only have each other. Every second we have left is worth 1,000 others.
A house isn't a home until we learn to love each other. It's not about what we have left, it's who we are that matters. Through the burdens and the chaos, we're trying again. We'll hold you and guide you and lead you through. Believing and dreaming and pushing through. 'Cause love's so much more than a game for two. It's raising us up so that we are one. And in the end, when the race is run, you'll see.
Through ebbs and flows, forgiveness grows in collective harmony. Held together we stand, walking hand in hand.